going to try to do some channeling today. I think my fairy named Lisette wants to come through. I've been feeling her for about 2 days, although I'm not positive it's her. I was urged to pick up this, which I have forgotten what it is. Someone please tell me. I don't think it's topaz because it's not all golden, but anyway, it's pretty. And I was urged by Spirit to pick this up today. I hope you like my little sunflower hat. The sunflower is the symbol of the National Association of Spiritualist Churches. And I used to go to a wonderful spiritualist church in Van Nuys, California called the Spiritualist Chapel of the Flowers, which sadly I don't think exists anymore. It may, so look it up, but I think it's gone. But we will see what happens. Hopefully there's no kale in my teeth. I keep finding more kale. And I hope the hat doesn't bother my crown chakra, but to be honest, my throat chakra is used more than my crown. Well, they're all used. I don't know, Spirit uses them all. If I have to take it off, I will, but I just think it's cute. I want to wear it. And there's a reason why, to be honest, Lisette's urging me to wear it, so even if she doesn't come through today, she's at least hanging out. Because the keepers of the keys are kind of here too. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Let's see what happens. Yes, it is, Lisette. I'm here today to talk to you people because I feel like there needs to be a little lightening of the energy that is going on in the 3D world that you are in at this time. Our vessel and others have been experiencing too much seriousness. Everyone is all too serious. We here on the other side know that you are going through many challenges at this time, but you must always maintain a lightness of heart, a lightness of energy. For all is not as it seems in the 3D world. There is much going on behind the scenes in the other dimensions that overlap your 3D world. There needs to be more joy and laughter brought into all things that are seriousness. There is someone who was down on your realm many decades ago who was cured by laughter and watching lots of comedic TV shows and films to get him through a health crisis. And there is a reason for that because laughter and humor and lightness literally affects your body's dynamics and its energy. Atheria is arguing not with this fact, but but she is saying that she has a hard time maintaining good mood at this time of strife in your world. But it is important to surround yourself with all things positive. She's rolling her eyes. She does not like what we're saying, but it is the truth. And I say we because I'm not alone here today. Although this is Lisette speaking, I am speaking for a confluence of beings. A bunch of us. A bunch of us. Prayer is important in that it shifts your energy into the spiritual and the positive from the 3D world that you find yourselves in most of the time here. Well, because we say most because you do go into other realms in your sleep. Many dismiss dreams as merely dreams, but the vast majority of them are not, although some are experimental tests of your emotions and feelings. Some at least, are other realms that you are visiting in your sleep as you travel astrally. We would say to hug and laugh and interact with others more, but we understand that during this time of a virus on your realm, you cannot do all that. But you can do it through the internet world. And you can certainly hug your animal friends. Good thing to do. Wolves, what? We hold on. Wolves are here. We are the wolf. Energy, spirit of the wolf that comes through now. We watch. We whisper, we wait, we howl. We keep you grounded in all things planetary. We connect you to nature, who is a teacher for you. You must learn to respond and react to nature
to be one with it and not consider it something to be dominated. We are here to teach you about spirit and becoming one with nature. You can gain much strength from nature and learning its rhythms and how it works. There is a reason why cultures, native cultures, have worked with us for millennia. When we howl at the moon, it is because we are in tune with the movement of the celestial beings, and we work with the moon and other planets and items in the universe, many of which have not been discovered yet, but will be. We are guardians, we are keepers, and we would like to work with humanity on a larger scale. We will say that we do not like what we see happening to the nature habitat, and we are concerned that the cutting down of nature will cause irreparable damage to the biosphere that is Earth. It is all interrelated, the oceans, the trees, the deserts, it all is in a synchronistic system, and when one portion of it is altered dramatically, it affects everything else, which is starting already greatly manifesting in the change in climate on this planet and the levels of storms and patterns of the jet stream that are shifting. The poles are also shifting, but it is somewhat of a natural occurrence in all planets. They are not 100% stationary at all times, but you do need to be prepared for the movement and how it will affect everything in terms of where food can be grown and not grown. Places that have been barren will suddenly be fruitful, and vice versa. With that, we feel it is time to part. Our vessels chronic pain level is increasing, so we do not want to cause her harm. Oh my god, my head. Um, okay, as I, hold on a second. I need to come back in. Oh, wow, this is really warm again. Whenever I hold a crystal, they get really warm. I was fully expecting my fairy Lisette. I was not expecting wolves. So, yeah, that caught me off guard. And I don't know if you heard it, but I think I'll have to re-listen. And it might not have caught it on camera, but when the wolf spirit was coming through, Chakra reacted. Both of my cats are right here. Blue's, he's sleeping. He's in another zone. But Chakra's awake. And I think she responded to something. It's interesting because I never, and I may have said this before, I don't remember. But I never totally believed in things like fairies and elementals and gnomes and leprechauns and all that kind of stuff. But I did hear a somewhat funny, it wasn't funny to her at the time, but a funny leprechaun story years ago from a friend of mine. Leprechaun she was trying to pack to go on a trip, and the leprechaun kept moving her, like would undo her luggage. She actually saw it at one point. So there was that, but until, when did Lisette, my fairy, show up? I think Lisette showed up, at least that I knew about, in 2002. And actually what happened was I was having a session with Athena Demetrios in California, who channels Dr. Peebles, who was a real guy in the early 1900s. He was a metaphysician at the time, but he comes through spirit through a few different people on the planet, and she's one of the main people. And anyway, so my first hour with her years ago was the most fascinating hour of my life. It was like, whoa. And Dr. Peebles, through Athena, clarified a lot of stuff, but one of the things that he had mentioned at the time was that I had a fairy. And, when I'm hearing this, I'm like, yeah, right. I'm not sure I believe in that kind of stuff. But then Dr. Peebles said, she likes to tug and play with your left ear. And she tickles your left arm, and she wants you to know she's not a fly, so stop swatting her off. Well, for like weeks before this session, not really realizing why, I kept doing this. I kept gravitating towards touching my left ear like something was touching my ear, and I would feel it, but I didn't feel it, and I didn't know what I was doing. And a couple of days before this session, I was outside during my lunch break at work one day in Culver City, California. And I remember sitting there, and I had short sleeves on, and I could swear there was like a mosquito or fly or something on my upper left arm. And I remember going like that. And then I looked and saw nothing. So I dismissed it as just a hair or something. But it was Lisette, because Dr. Peebles confirmed it. So then, I go, well, what's the fairy's name? Because she always want to know their names.
And Dr. Peebles said she wants to give you her name herself, so go into meditation and she'll give it to you. So I think it was the next day, because I'm impatient. It was probably the next day. On a Monday, probably. I went to work, sat in that very specific naturey spot outside my building, went into meditation, and I go, okay, if I have a fairy here, what's your name? What's your name? you know? And Lisette. It was just like, it was instantaneous. I did not even have to think about it. I knew that it was spelled Lisette. Not that there was two S's. There was only one S. She made that very clear. And then she's been around me ever since, and she's got wonderful energy, and she's fun, and she lightens them. She tends to come around when she feels I need to get my mood lightened, which makes sense because I'm pretty pessimistic and glum right now. So it is interesting, I'm not shocked that she showed up today. She started knocking on my head yesterday, actually. And then, but the wolves, that's very cool. So this is going to be too long of a video. I need to get offline and upload this thing, which will take forever. So take care. Please be safe out there. Wear your masks. I know, they're freaking annoying, but you need to do it. And that's it. So take care. Bye, everybody.